Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Blue Eyes Talks. I'm Blue and I like to talk about figure skating. This week's video is another biography video in the same style as the one I made for Yuzuru Hanyu. The skater this time I'm going to cover is Evgenia Medvedeva. Evgenia was born on the 19th of November 1999 in Moscow, Russia, to her parents Zana Medvedeva and Arman Babasan. Her mother is Russian and her father Armenian. Since they have divorced, and Evgenia competes under the surname Medvedeva rather than her birth name of Babasan. Evgenia began skating at 3 years old, and she was initially taught by Elena Proskorina, Lubov Yakovleva and Elena Selinvanova. When she was about 7 or 8 years old, so in 2007, she joined Eteri Tutberitz and started being coached by her at the Sambo 70 club. Evgenia also has 2 French bulldogs, Jerry and Tofu. I wasn't sure where else to put them in the video, so I'm putting them in now, because why not mention her dogs? Before her international debut, Evgenia had some national debuts. So she debuted on the national junior and senior level in 2012, where she placed 6th at junior nationals and 8th at senior. She got an injury at the start of the following season, so she didn't qualify for the senior nationals, but she did finish 4th at the Russian Junior Championships in 2013, behind Maria Sotskova. Evgenia actually did have a nickname for a little while, where she was called Sugar-Coated Evgenia, and this story comes from when she was younger, so sort of about this age. She would fall a lot on the ice, and she got covered in the little ice shavings, and her coach Eteri said, if you want to fall, let's fall lot, and basically dragged her around the rink, covering her in the ice shavings, so she looked like she was covered in sugar. Evgenia made her international debut at the junior level in the 2013-14 Junior Grand Prix series. She won gold at the Junior Grand Prix event in Latvia and then gold again in Poland. So she qualified for the Junior Grand Prix final in Fukuoka, Japan, and she won the bronze medal behind Maria Sotskova and Serafima Sakanovic. Then at the 2014 Russian Championships, she finished 7th at the senior level and 4th at the junior level. So she wasn't initially meant to go to the 2014 Junior Worlds, but Maria Sotskova pulled out because she was injured, and so Evgenia went in her place. And then she won the bronze medal there as well, behind Elena Radionova and again Serafima Sakanovic. Evgenia's next season on the junior circuit was a bit more successful. So she won gold at both her Junior Grand Prix events in France and then the Czech Republic, so she qualified for the Junior Grand Prix final. Last year she finished behind Serafima Sakanovic, but this time she finished ahead of her and Wakaba Higuchi, taking the gold medal. At the Senior Russian Championships, she was 3rd behind Elena Radionova and Elizaveta Tuktamesheva, and then she also won gold at the Junior Russian Championships. At the Junior World Championships in Estonia, she set a new world record of 68.48 points in the short program for the junior ladies, and then in the free she placed 1st again and she won Junior Worlds. So the next season was Evgenia's international senior debut. So she won gold at a Challenger Series event, the Andrei Nepola Trophy, before the Grand Prix Series began. At her first assignment, Skate America, she won gold ahead of Gracie Gold from the US, and then her second assignment was the Rostelecom Cup, where she finished behind her compatriot Elena Radionova. So with a gold and a silver, she qualified for the Grand Prix final. At the Grand Prix final, she won in both the short and the free program, and so she won overall, finishing ahead of Satoko Miyahara and Elena Radionova. And then at the end of the month, she again beat Elena Radionova and Anna Pogorelaya to win her first Russian national gold medal. Then came the European Championships in 2016, and Evgenia again finished first in both the short programme and the free programme. Again, her compatriots Elena Radionova and Anna Pogorelaya took silver and bronze respectively, and so this was the second all-Russian sweep of the podium consecutively. And then Evgenia finished her season at the 2016 World Championships in Boston. She finished third in the short programme after a small error on her triple flip, where she had to put the combination on the triple loop. But then she broke the free skate world record set by Yoona Kim. So Yoona Kim's score was 150.06 and Evgenia got 150.10. And this was enough to give her the gold medal overall. So she's the first singles ladies skater to have won back-to-back junior world championships and junior and senior world championships. So for the next season, the 2016 and 17 season, this is kind of Evgenia's season of world records. Evgenia started her season at Skate Canada, where she finished ahead of Caitlin Osmond and Satoko Miyahara. She then had the Trophy de France as her second Grand Prix assignment, where she won again. At the Grand Prix final, she broke the world record for the ladies' short programme, scoring 79.21 and overtaking a score held previously by Mao Asada. At the final, she beat Satoko Miyahara and Anna Pogorelaya to take her second Grand Prix title. In December 2016, Evgenia then defended her national title as well, and she even decided to add on to the end of her triple sow triple toe loop combination. She added another triple toe just because she could. It didn't count, but before the entire combination would have been discarded, and at this point in the rules only the additional triple toe loop was discarded, so she thought, why not? And then in January 2017, Evgenia competed at the European Championships, so she placed first in both segments, the short and the free programme, finishing ahead of Anna Pogorelaya, who got the silver, and Karolina Kostner, who got the bronze. At these European Championships, Evgenia reset the free skate world record that she'd previously held, scoring 150.79, and she also broke the world record for the ladies' combined total score, which had previously been held by Yoona Kim. And then in March 2017, she competed at the World Championships in Helsinki. So she ranked first in the short programme, and in the free skate, she set the world record again for the free skate, scoring 154.4 points. And then she also broke the combined score record again, scoring 233.41 points. With this win, Evgenia became the first Russian woman to ever successfully defend her world title. And then just to kind of finish off her golden season, Evgenia competed as part of Team Russia at the 2017 World Team Trophy in Japan. So she placed first for Russia in the short programme, setting another new world record of 80.50 points. So she was the first female skater to break the 80-point mark for the women's short programme. And then in the free skate, she set another world record of 160.46 points. So she became the first women's skater to break the 160-point mark for the free skating score. So she contributed 24 points and helped Team Russia win a silver medal. Team Japan won the gold and Team USA won the bronze. And even though the combined total isn't given at this event, the ISU ratified the combined world record total score of 241.31. So Evgenia became the first female skater to ever break the 240-point mark in the combined score. The 2016 to 17 skating season is often considered Evgenia's kind of peak. So Evgenia started the Olympic season with a gold medal at the Andrei Nepola Trophy again, one of the Challenger Series events. She initially skated her free programme to January stars, but after this competition she changed it to Anna Karenina, and this was debuted at the Japan Open. For her Grand Prix assignments, Evgenia won the Grand Prix event in Russia as well as the 2017 NHK Trophy. However, she wasn't as flawless as she usually was, and so people began to suspect that something was wrong. It was later revealed that she had a crack in the metatarsal bone in her right foot, and so she withdrew from the Grand Prix final and the Russian National Championships, unable to defend her title at either. Both were then won by her compatriot and training mate Elina Zagitova. Evgenia was sent to the European Championships in 2018, and she finished second behind Elina Zagitova and ahead of Karolina Kostner. On the next day, she was named to the Russian Olympic team along with Zagitova and Sotska. As part of her Olympic events, she competed in the team event for the Olympic athletes from Russia. So she competed the short program segment, and she scored another world record of 81.06 points for the women's short. Her 10 points for finishing first in that section helped to contribute to Russia's silver medal in the team event. In the individual event, Evgenia again broke her own world record in the short program by scoring 81.61 points. However, about 10 minutes later, this world record was then broken by her teammate and training mate, Elina Zagitova. In the free skate, both Evgenia and Zagitova scored 156.65 points. So because Evgenia got a higher component score, she technically won the free skate, but overall she was about 1 point behind Zagitova and won the Olympic silver medal rather than the gold a lot of people expected. Due to her injury, Evgenia did not compete at the 2018 World Championships. Evgenia then shocked the skating world by announcing the coaching switch of the century. Evgenia announced that she would be leaving Eteri Tudorite and would be relocating to Toronto to be trained by Brian Orser. She would continue to represent Russia and Sambo 70 while she was training there. When asked for the reason in an Instagram live, Evgenia said that she left to work together with a coach more like friends, that her move wasn't totally motivated by wanting better results, and she explained that she left to hear and to be heard. Evgenia's next season was one of falls and rises. She started her season at the Autumn Classic International, where she finished second behind Brady Tennell and ahead of May Berenice Metier. At Skate Canada, she placed 7th in the short, but won the free skate and won the bronze medal behind Elizaveta Tuktamesheva and Mako Yamashita. At the International de France, she had issues in both her short and free program, and she finished in 4th off the podium for the first time in her junior and senior international careers. At this point, Evgenia decided to change her short program, so initially she was skating to Orange Coloured Sky, and instead she got a new program skating to Puccini's Tosca. At the Russian National Championships, she had a disastrous short program, finishing in 14th, but she performed very well in the free skate, finishing 4th in the free and finished 7th overall. However, given that the junior skaters swept the podium, she finished 4th out of the seniors. Evgenia didn't go to the European Championships as she was not named and no one withdrew. Instead, she went to the Russian Cup final where she won gold. She placed 1st in the short and 2nd in the free, and this helped her be selected for the 2019 World Championships. Evgenia injured her thigh but continued to compete. She placed 4th in the short program after under-rotating some of her combination, but then she performed a clean free skate other than an under-rotated double axel, and she placed 3rd in that section, winning the bronze medal overall. She declined to go to the World Team Trophy so that she could recover. In the next season, Evgenia started by skating at the Autumn Classic International. She placed second in both programs, winning the silver medal behind Rika Kihira. She then competed at the Shanghai Trophy, where she placed first in the short and second in the free, beating Elizabeth Tursunbayeva and Unsu Lim. So she won her first international gold medal with Brian Orser as her coach. This was also her first international gold medal since the NHK Trophy in 2017. Her first Grand Prix event was Skate Canada, and she had difficulty in her short programme, but she came back strongly in the free, placing third in the free skate, and she moved up to 5th place overall. The Rostelecom Cup was in her hometown of Moscow, and Evgenia won the short programme with a score of 76.93, which was a new personal best under the new scoring system. And then she had a clean free skate other than an edge call on her Lutz, placing second in that section behind Alexandra Trusova, and she took the silver medal behind Alexandra Trusova. When asked about her favourite events later on, Evgenia would mention this one, the 2019 Rostelecom Cup. Unfortunately for Evgenia, life was about to take quite a severe turn for her. At the 2020 Russian Championships, during one of the practices, one of Evgenia's boots broke. She wasn't able to find a suitable replacement, and so she skated the short programme on a broken boot, scoring 71.08, and she finished 5th behind Elena Kostonaya, Anna Shabakova, Alexandra Trusova and Elizaveta Tuktimesheva. However, she and Brian decided that it wasn't safe to skate on for the free skate, and so she withdrew from the event, deciding to prepare for the upcoming season. In April of 2020, when it was still up in the air how a lot of things would go in skating, Evgenia travelled to Japan to prepare for a Sailor Moon ice show that she was part of. Unfortunately, that was cancelled due to COVID. She was unable to return to Canada to train due to travel restrictions, and so she returned to Moscow in June. And she trained at the CSKA rink with Tatiana Tarasova. She was communicating with Brian via Skype, and she was hoping to return to Toronto when restrictions were eased. At the test skates in September, Evgenia presented her programs to Masquerade Waltz and Allegria. She made mistakes in both, and this was later revealed to be due to a chronic back injury. In September of 2020, another shock announcement occurred, where Evgenia announced that she would return to train under her former coaches of Eteri Tutberidze, Sergei Dudakov and Daniil Gleichenkau. This was mainly due to ice time problems, and she said that she and Brian parted ways on good terms. Brian later said that it was potentially possible for Evgenia to have come back to Canada from Japan, but she wasn't willing to travel back without her mother, and she didn't have the necessary visas to get entry to Canada. Evgenia withdrew from both the stages of the Russian Cup series that she was assigned to, which are like the qualifiers for the Russian Championships, and she withdrew due to chronic back pain. And then, due to the pandemic, all the Grand Prix assignments were domestic ones. Evgenia was assigned to the Rostelecom Cup, but she withdrew again due to her back injury. And then in November, Evgenia tested positive for COVID, and she had severe lung damage. Although she couldn't train for the championships, she was healthy enough to be able to perform during the exhibition gala. And subsequently in 2021, Evgenia was not included on the Russian national team for the upcoming Olympic season. In December of 2021, Evgenia announced that she had ended her competitive skating career due to her chronic back injury. Evgenia did say that figure skating is her life, and this has been sort of confirmed as she's done multiple other things relating to skating, including participating in the Wizard of Oz show and also acting as one of the ambassadors and representatives for the Russian Olympic Committee in regards to planning for the Beijing Winter Olympics. As much as Evgenia says that figure skating is her life and she can't imagine herself without ice and skates, again, as a fan, it's very difficult to imagine what skating would have been like without her. For those 2 seasons, she was so dominant that it was, whenever she did fall or make a mistake, it was almost unheard of. For those 2 seasons, she absolutely shone. She wasn't sugar-coated Evgenia, she was diamond-coated Evgenia. And it's also quite sad to think that someone who's had so many high moments in their career has it cut short by things out of their control and has it just fizzle out. Whatever she's up to, I hope Evgenia is enjoying what she's doing and finds joy in it in the same way that she found joy in competitive skating and other people have found joy in her skating. As always, thank you guys just so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I'm still not sure about these biography style videos, so if you like them, please let me know and let me know whose you'd like me to do next. I will probably do a video on Skate America and the Grand Prix series next week. My card with all of my links is in the description below, and you can always contact me on social media. I will see you in the next video. Bye!